Every day it seems we're listening to someone share an uplifting quote like, "You're beautiful just the way you are. Looks don't define you." This seems to be the motto, yet we live in a society that contradicts this idea every step of the way. We're all not strangers to having insecurities and comparing ourselves to one another. We're all subject to seeing extreme beauty standards all over the place. It may be television, social media, radio shows, whatever it may be. No matter what, we may want to change, perpetuating the idea that our worth will be greater if we change is unhealthy. Everybody, especially women, feel the pressure to fit into strict standards because representation of people without the ideal body type is sparse. This pressure can often lead into many unhealthy coping mechanisms such as excessive exercise, or eating disorder, or a complete lack of self-love. I'd be lying if I stood up here and told you I've never compared myself to another person. As an athlete, I see all over social media how fellow rivals, opponents, and teammates may be doing, and more than once I've compared myself and decided my worth based on their progress or lack thereof. In order to eliminate the pressure to be perfect that is perpetuated by the media, we must collectively understand that financial status, ability, or looks don't define you or define your worth. It is important to evaluate our surroundings and what is driving us to be so eager to compare. How would we be without seeing these standards on the media? You ever thought like Instagram likes or Snapchat score may be a driving force in the issue? Many people have access to social media at very young ages, and it's safe to say that some used a comparing mechanism at a very young age as well. Let's say, for an example, an insecure girl posts a picture and gets 5 likes, meanwhile her peer, the cheerleading captain, gets 500 likes. The girl begins to doubt herself and her worth based on the number of Instagram likes and believes her life is measured by Instagram likes, which is clearly not the case, and we need to eliminate this idea. So today I'm here to discuss the underlying facts of social media and the internet that negatively affect lives day in and day out. Certain beauty standards have resulted in individuals being so invested in what doesn't matter. They begin to doubt themselves and become so worn down that they feel the best idea is to ultimately take their lives and kill themselves. Too often it seems we're learning about apparent suicides and don't consider the media's influence in such events. The U.S. Sun reports that 19-year-old Chloe Davison was found dead in her home on December 20th, 2019. It is made known by her close friends and loved ones that she was crazed over social media, and part of the motive was the fact that she wasn't getting enough likes. Chloe's older sister Jade is quoted in multiple instances and says that she felt she wasn't good enough unless she was getting likes and comments. If she didn't get enough likes, she didn't feel accepted. This is the harsh reality of social media and its detrimental effects to mental health. CBS News reports the CDC has seen a 56% jump in teen suicide from 2007 to 2017, meaning that this is not uncommon and becoming more and more frequent. You may be suffering from the underlying effects that social media pours upon us, and you have no idea or just are unwilling to admit it. Someone you're related to or you may know be suffering from social media's consequences. Our society has been littered with unhealthy standards, and it is evidently becoming an issue. If you just decide to go ahead and log on social media, the risks are not automatically omitted, and you don't just automatically become socially insecure and you are unworthy. Instances transpire that build up underlying thoughts and emotions that make you believe things are untrue and attack your character. Ashford University conducted a study and listed issues and acts that cause disbelief, insecurities that attack someone's emotions and ego. For example, some of the causes include lack of likes to your posts, resulting in feelings of disappointment and decreased self-esteem, and seeing pictures of groups of friends that you consider to be close, but you weren't invited to join them. I mean, as an individual, you can imagine how that may make you feel, but it's time that people stop, I don't want to say overreacting, but the way they react should be altered. The student lifestyle group at Ashford University is backing in with a study stating that a study on college students showed that 45% admitted to using social media 6 to 8 hours a day. So we are dealing with addiction or mental illness. I would say a little bit of both. The addiction causes the symptoms of mental illness. Social media ties in their users with a snowball effect, meaning users can never get enough of social media's ideas and intentions to manipulate. Users' perspective and can be detrimental to the way one forms an opinion about themselves. Social media isn't the only platform that establishes standards and negatively impacts lives. The internet and television are always comparing and contrasting what is acceptable and what is wrong. It is not just social media users facing consequences. It's a great percentage of our entire society, and they don't even recognize or see that. As a society, we need to come together and agree to the fact that we're all human, and that unique and different body types should be definitely be normalized. Well, in order for a society to accomplish anything, the society would have to collectively learn to encourage representation of all flaws. This seems to be the only achievable way of reducing the pressures that are presented by social media. Teachers, leaders, and parents will have to present good habits at an early age to our youth. This will eliminate issues and allow us to use social media in a healthy and proper way in which it was made to do so. Although social media is a great cause in such traumatic effects on our nation, we can use social media to counteract and appreciate a number of differences that you and I and all of us share. Whether that is race, height, size, skin color, anything. On a state level, we can help by being willing to follow our national suggestions, and governors can require school districts to influence kids early and often about the importance of appreciating everyone's differences. Social media and television should be used to be productive and collaborative rather than what it is currently presenting. It is hard to believe Facebook or Instagram doesn't see the instances of Chloe Davison transpire and think we need to make a change. But who is to stop them? That is why no beneficial outcome will transpire without national recognition. We can adopt after-school programs here and there and try to get things in full swing and identify struggling individuals. But if the national population isn't able to identify the issues presented due to social media, then there will be no change. We all must come together. Thank you.